everyone. Happy New Year. This is an astro update for January 4th through the 10th. I am Lauren Dalvia. I'm an astrologer and spiritual teacher here at Bene Mudra. Apologies that this is a little late. I was traveling yesterday, so we're going to get right into it. I'm going to give you a little bit about each sign, but first there's just a few things going on this week. Today, January 4th, there's a conjunction of Mercury and Pluto in Capricorn. This is bringing buried truths, power put into words. Mercury is going to move into Aquarius on the 8th, and that's going to square Mars, so this tough energy, which is moving into Taurus on the 6th. So this is angry, explosive word, fixed, fixed and fixed. Aquarius is a fixed sign, Taurus is a fixed sign. So fixed actions collide with fixed thoughts. So just kind of bear in mind, anger and obstinacy, around the 6th through the 9th. Mercury is in conjunction to Saturn on the 9th, and that reminds everyone that what truly cannot be said and what should not be said. So we'll kind of get brought down to size in a way that is equitable on the 9th. Also, Mercury is going to be in Aquarius for an extended amount of time due to the retrograde that's coming up. Also, Venus is entering Capricorn on January 8th. So this means actions are aligned with attraction and like practical earth signs. This is excellent for getting what you want in the real world. So now I'm just going to go through every sign just a little bit, give you a little hit of what might be about this week. Aries, Mercury, Pluto is in your career area. So this is bringing about perhaps intense conversations with management or profound revelations involving the way your image is seen in public, professional image, future goals, your current job, all of these things, conversations, announcements, everything has an extra weight. Venus is in your career sector in a nice little trine with Mars. That suggests lucrative professional relationships or positive development of your positive image. You can attract more money and confidence boosting associations if you follow the rules and get serious about your job connections. So you have these buzzy ideas this week, it's a time to act on them. Taurus, Mercury and Pluto are in your opportunities area, and this sort of delivers like kind of a little shotgun blast of deep truth or profound insight and understanding in the areas of like traveling, publishing, broadcasting, anything legal, anything education, long distance relationships. Information will kind of go below the surface and it can open up your horizons and your understanding. So watch for the truth behind the truth. Also, Mercury enters your career sector and squares Mars. You're going to want to watch for a surge of ambition as you challenge or are challenged by the status quo. Conversations with management or professional announcements, they can be edgy but motivating. Everything that's happening this week is to push you forward. Venus is in your opportunities area. That's in a nice trine with Mars. That positions you to receive benefits in these areas of like long distance romance, legal, travel, publishing, and broadcasting. So it's really good for taking calculated risks. Gemini, Mercury and Pluto is in your area of shared resources. This suggests the reveal of a secret or a very intimate conversation. All of this is good. These topics involve finances, death, psychology, hidden fears, shared finances, information that might be considered taboo can be unearthed. Also good for researching if you're prepared to accept what you find. It's good to like really getting underneath the underneath. Mercury is entering your opportunities area and a square to Mars, and that means private motivation or behind the scenes actions or anger can trigger open discard. So you just want to watch for tough information in the areas or jarring information in the areas of education, legal stuff, travel, broadcasting. Just don't forget to look at what's being ignored. Mercury Saturn suggests an official confirmation or contract in these areas, so you can look for that as well. Venus is in your sector of shared resources in a nice trine to Mars, which enables easy sharing and intimate connections. A relationship can become closer and more grounded as what you give and receive blends nicely with real action. This can mark a gentle breakthrough. Your effort to increase private moments of happiness will be seen and felt. Cancer, Mercury Pluto is in your relationship sector. So that is suggesting that messages of another can reveal more than you realize. Transformations you've been experiencing in partnerships will be put into words. So as Mercury enters your sector of shared resources and squares Mars, watch for public actions to stir up private arguments. Venus is also in your partnership sector in a trine to Mars. That favors all relationships, one-on-one and social. It's really nice. Public actions will work in your favor, helping you to attract real connections. And also a partnership can progress easily due to social motivations. Like this is a really nice time for Cancer to be really out there and like public with how you feel and how you relate. And it's really seen and felt and heard. Leo, Mercury Pluto is in your area of routine. That reveals unavoidable truth involving obligations, work, routine, how we take care of our health, stuff like that. This is what you need to know or say. Like it's what you're learning this week is very important to, for the way forward. In some cases, there could be an immensely effective improvement in these areas. So that's really good. Mercury is entering your relationship sector and squares Mars. So one-on-one conversations can clash with professional actions. Your ambitions can stir up arguments or competition from another. But Mercury Saturn a little later in the week signals a partnership commitment or clear definition of the rules between you, which is really nice. Like it's really good that Saturn is coming into contact with Mercury at the end of the week. Venus is also in your sector of routine, and that favors attention to detail with the way he's working with Mars this week, as well as a support for professional ambitions. So keep it real is the key this week. Ground yourself in the present. Pay attention to what needs to happen right now. Virgo, Mercury Pluto is in your section of self-expression. This is great. This suggests creative breakthrough or intensely romantic, even can be obsessive words. It's an excellent influence to reveal your true thoughts, although you just want to use caution if you're trying to keep things light because it gets really deep with this placement. Venus is in your sector of self-expression in this sweet trine to Mars. It's excellent for attracting new romantic attention, widening your creative reach, or simply enjoying the moment. Taking calculated risks by trying something new, but not too crazy, can work out beautifully. Also, Mercury Saturn at the end of the week is going to help you focus on essentials, like what must be corrected and attended to while putting new rules or boundaries in place. Libra, Mercury Pluto is in your domestic area. That signals an intensive family discussion, like the bringing up of information from the past or just the reveal of family secrets. In some cases, this may indicate signing important documents, buying or selling of home. It could a rental agreements, things like that. Mercury is entering your area of self-expression and squaring Mars, which is newly in your area of shared resources. You may be encouraged to speak out regarding new attraction or new work. Words will be powerful and blunt, but pay attention to background motivations or anger. You may end up saying too much or making excessive demands. So just kind of bear that in mind. Mercury Saturn will pull you back with the abrupt realization of what is acceptable and what's appropriate. Also, Mercury Saturn will sharpen your focus on the work that needs to be done in order to create and succeed. Venus is in your domestic sector. That is in this nice trine to Mars. It favors domestic finances and relationships as intimate or private actions are expressed in a harmonious way. You can get what you want if you exercise determination as you confront sensitive subjects. So slow and steady efforts are key for Libra this week. Scorpio. Mercury Pluto is in your communication area. So that's suggesting crucial conversations, messages that pack a punch, discoveries as well. Buried truths can be revealed, uncomfortably powerful words expressed. This can also be a transformative turning point regarding your views on something. Mercury enters your domestic sector and squares Mars. Just watch for aggravated domestic discussions. The fixed actions of another may challenge you, especially if you feel like you have no control. So it's a really good, to just tune into like a desire to manage and control and sort of ask that be released, and also love that part of yourself that can never release that. It's like there's both. There's like the way we can let go, and then there's the way that we are made that like just really struggles. So to love all parts of yourself with regards to that. Mercury Saturn conjoining will help you communicate boundaries and put domestic responsibilities into words. In some cases, there could be official documents. This could be connected to parent or home. Venus is in your communication sector in this nice trine to Mars. This can help smooth out that family tension if you focus on practical cooperation using kind of a bit of strategic charm, which you are quite capable of, in your words can attract really good responses. In general, this aspect supports all one-on-one communication. Sagittarius. Mercury Pluto is in your area of shared resources. This suggests important realizations or discussions regarding money and values. Putting good authentic values into words and identifying powerful new ways of earning and saving. It's a really bold week for Sagittarius with money. Two, this can also be confronting a deep truth about your resources, but I love that confronting of truths coupled with the ability to really divine the future and really do the active kinetic vision board for your finances and your earning life. Mercury is entering your communication sector and squares Mars. Watch for tense discussions, aggravated information, anything that's involved with health, daily routines, obligations to another, service. Changes in these areas or a surge of energy or anxiety can stir up anger and defensive words. So what you try to do will not be aligned with what you're saying or doing. So with this placement sometimes, so consider how you can change this. Mercury and Saturn can help as you're forced to focus, and distractions will be cut out as unavoidable rules kind of come in and take precedence. Venus is in your sector of personal resources, and that's in this nice trine to Mars. It's excellent for making small but lucrative shifts in your daily routine. Doing what needs to be done with patience and caution will boost your security and in some cases your finance. This is also about developing and sticking to new habits that support you, right from like what time of day you eat to how much do you get sleep when it's dark out, 8 out, that kind of thing. And it's actually all connected to finances after all. Capricorn. Mercury and Pluto is in your sign. This helps you express a powerful truth. Your insight should be like bang on, spot on, as well as your ability to target the weaknesses of others. So words can be weapons or tools. In certain cases, there could be a messenger that opens your eyes to something hidden. Mercury is the messenger god. Mercury is entering your sector of personal resources and squaring Mars. You may be pushed to speak out about what you want or what you feel you're worth. This sentiment is healthy, but watch for surges of competitiveness or indulgence that push you to react with anger. The Mercury-Saturn conjunction will clarify exactly what you have and the work that's needed to maintain or increase. This can also indicate a formal financial document or a discussion. Venus is going to also be in your sign trine Mars in this nice trine. It increases your ability to attract what you want by putting yourself out there. So pursuing a romantic attraction or expressing your creative side can work out really nicely. Your efforts will come off as assertively charming and seductive. It's a good week for that for you, Capricorn. Aquarius. Mercury and Pluto is in your hidden sector. That suggests powerful secrets or background information, insight that's put into words. Also, behind the scenes manipulation can kind of you can become aware of that. It can kind of jog your attention. Mercury is entering your sign this week and squares Mars, which is newly in your domestic area. So what was hidden will be made public. You'll be ready to speak out, perhaps driven by tension at home or with family. Domestic actions will not necessarily be in harmony with what you're saying, but Mercury and Saturn a little later in the week helps you get back on track with new responsibilities defining your thoughts. Your words will have authority if you can play by the current rules. And then also Venus is in your hidden sector in this nice trine to Mars, enabling domestic harmony through your attention to subtle or background energies. So working with what's intuitive or private without forcing the issue can deliver real peace and real progress. And finally, Pisces. Mercury and Pluto is in your social area. This suggests that a message or a messenger can reveal more to you regarding what goes on beneath the surface of your society. Or your words can have a tremendous amount of impact to others as you express what everyone's thinking but doesn't want to say, right? Mercury enters your hidden sector, squares Mars. You watch for verbal explosions that are based on secrets and unacknowledged information. Attempts to act on what you're thinking can be undermined if you're not conscious of what's happening beyond the scenes. And Mercury Saturn, a few days later, can clarify a hidden fear, an obligation, or an ending that may have happened recently. Venus is in your social sector trining Mars. It's excellent for friendships. It's excellent for group level social media. You can assert your ideas smoothly if you work within the current rules and structures. So this is also good for attracting positive social attention and helping an attraction progress smoothly and generously. So everybody have a beautiful week. As always, it's great to be together. And as always, I am available at Bene Mudra for private consultation in astrology, numerology, soul life path. And I'm a spiritual teacher as well and work with students privately in that and other areas. I can be found at benemudra.com and on Instagram at Lauren, LAUREN underscore DALVIA. On Instagram is my personal account, and my business account is at 1111 guided, and you spell out the words 11. Thank you and have a beautiful week.